Use of headlights and emergency signals. Use your headlights when it is cloudy, raining, snowing, foggy, or dark. Use your headlights anytime the weather is poor. For example, raining, cloudy, foggy, or snowing. If it is a cold morning and your windows are foggy or have frost on them, use your headlights. If your windows are frosty, the windows of the other drivers are likely frosty as well. You should also turn your lights on if you have difficulty seeing other cars. This means they probably can't see you clearly either. So make it easier for them by turning on your lights. You can also use your headlights on mountain roads or small country roads. Even if it's sunny out, your headlights can help you be seen in areas that are more difficult to drive in. If you think another driver doesn't see you or is not paying attention, you can flash your lights to alert them of your presence. If your car breaks down, you can use your emergency flashers. This will help other drivers know you are there and help them avoid crashing into a stall vehicle. If you experience mechanical issues with your car and need to stop, pull off the road completely if possible. The farther away from the traffic you can get your car, the better. If you are not able to get off the road, do your best to move as much as possible to the side and make sure other drivers can see you. Avoid stopping in areas where drivers will not know you are there, such as just over a hill or around a blind curve. If you do get stuck in an area like this, you can use flares or triangles to alert other drivers of your presence. Turn your emergency flashers on to make yourself even more noticeable. And if it's safe, you can also lift the hood of the car. No matter where your car is parked, make sure you keep yourself safe as well by staying out of lanes of traffic. Don't stand in the road trying to direct traffic. And don't do maintenance or change a tire if it means you have to be in traffic. Wait until your car can be towed somewhere safe before working on it. Signal when you change direction. Signal even when you don't see any vehicles around you. Use your signal when you want to alert other drivers to your intention to change lanes or make a turn. You should also be on the lookout for the turn signals on other vehicles so you know what they plan to do. Use your signal anytime you move away from a curb or pull into it. Signaling when you change lanes or turn is extremely important. If your turn signals become inoperable or your car is not equipped with them, use the appropriate hand signals. You should use your signal at least 100 feet before turning or changing lanes. When you change lanes on the freeway, signal about 5 seconds ahead of time to give enough notice to other drivers. Use your signal even if you don't see any other drivers around you. There may be someone approaching that you are not aware of, which could cause a collision. If you are turning immediately after an intersection, for example, into a driveway or business, wait until you are already in the intersection or just past it to signal your intent to turn. It may confuse other drivers if you signal before the intersection. Someone may assume you are turning there and pull out in front of you. After you complete your turn or lane change, turn your signal off. Most of the time, the signal turns off automatically when making a turn. But if you change lanes, it doesn't usually go off on its own. Following distance. Every driving situation requires adaptation on your part. Collisions occur without warning, so you need to be prepared and give yourself time to react. One of the most important concepts in freeway driving is that of the space cushion. If a distance of only 10 feet separates your vehicle from the vehicle ahead of you and you are traveling at 55 miles per hour, it is almost impossible for you to prevent a rear-end collision if the vehicle ahead of you suddenly brakes for some reason. When another driver makes a mistake, you need time to react. You can give yourself this time by keeping enough space between your car and the vehicles around you. Keeping a cushion ahead. Many drivers don't see as well as they should because they follow too closely. and the vehicle ahead blocks their view of the road. Good drivers keep a safe following distance, so they can see well. The more space they allow between their car and the car ahead, the more time they will have to see a hazard or collision down the road. They will have more time to stop or avoid a hazard. In ideal circumstances, the appropriate minimum interval between your vehicle and the one you are following is 3 seconds. Keep enough space between your car and the car ahead so that you will have a bigger picture of what lies down the road and steering will be easier. You should travel in the center of the lane instead of hugging one side or the other. You can use the 3 to 6 second rule to determine if you have enough cushion between you and the vehicle you are following. Choose a spot on the road ahead or an object on the edge of the road. When the vehicle you're following passes it, start counting. If you reach 4 seconds before you pass the same point, you're following too close. Slow down. Allow more space when you are going faster. Allow more than 4 seconds if the road conditions are bad or the weather is poor. Give extra space between yourself and the car ahead of you if another driver is following you too closely. If they crash into you, you can avoid crashing into the car ahead of you as well if you keep more space. If the roads are slippery, allow a greater following distance. Slippery roads can be unpredictable, and if the car ahead of you starts to spin out, you'll be able to avoid a collision if you have more space. Other circumstances to allow for a greater following distance include when you are near a motorcycle, when another driver wants to pass, when you're pulling a heavy load or towing a trailer, when you are following a large truck or semi where your view ahead is blocked, when traffic is heavy, when you're on a hill and traffic is stopped, when you merge on a freeway. Don't assume another driver is going to give you the space you need. Make room for yourself and keep a cushion of space on all sides of your vehicle. Remember that you won't have room to react if you follow someone too closely and another car cuts in front of you. If you slam on your brakes or swerve to avoid the car that cut in front of you, you may just end up hitting a different car, or the car behind you might hit you. If you are aware of your surroundings and keep a space cushion, you can lower your risk of a collision. Keep a cushion behind. Watch for drivers who follow too close. If one is following you, be careful. Brake slowly before stopping. Tap your brakes lightly a few times to warn the driver tailgating before you slow down. Your brake lights will flash. Lose the driver tailgating as soon as you can by changing lanes. If you can't change lanes, slow down enough to encourage the driver tailgating to go around you. If this does not work, pull off the road when it is safe, and let the driver pass, keeping a cushion to the side. Keep a space cushion on each side of your car. Don't drive in the blind spot of another driver. The other driver may not see your car and could change lanes and hit you. Keep as much room as possible between yourself and oncoming traffic. If you are on multi-lane roads, stay out of the lane next to the center line. That way, you will have more room to avoid an oncoming car that suddenly swerves toward you. This is very important at intersections where another driver could turn left without giving a signal. If possible, make room for vehicles entering freeways even though you have the right of way. At freeway exits, don't drive alongside other cars. A driver on the freeway may pull off suddenly, or a driver leaving may swerve back on. Keep a space between yourself and parked cars. Someone may step out from between them. A car door may open, or a car may start to pull out suddenly. Be careful when riding near bicycles. A bicycle rider could be seriously hurt in a collision. Always leave plenty of room between your car and any bicycle. Watch carefully for bicycles before turning.